Heyo guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Unroyal and we're back racing at Barcelona. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the race.
Go, go, go.
That is about a prime example of why you race what is in front of you and not behind you, because I completely missed my braking point, went off track, and went from P2 all the way down to, I think, P6 here.
Start was okay. Work with it.
Car right. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Now, I have no idea what that red Ferrari was doing, but needless to say, I was taking extreme caution when I was near that guy.
Okay, it's clear.
Left side. Clear left.
I should probably throw this out here now. This is probably my first actual Barcelona race in roughly 3 or 4 months, as that red Ferrari really has me, well, on my toes.
Sector 2 is clear. B6.
Now, when driving with someone like this, you gotta take caution as far as trying to get around them. That's what I'm doing right here. Bit of a dive bomb, but it got me around him. He was a little early on the brake, so I was able to get quite around him. Another Ferrari was spun around. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Guy in front is.
I got bumped by the red Ferrari, and at this point, I am just trying my hardest to get away.
Guy in front is car number 4.
Now, this is about where I start having a bit of a dilemma in my head where, as you guys can see, I'm not too far from podium. In fact, P2 and P3 are literally right in front of me. And I qualified P2 in this race, so I have a feeling I could get around them. But I'm not quite far enough from that Ferrari, so if I start doing some battling with those guys, it could cost me P4 and drop me down to, I don't know, P7 or something, because he might crash into us.
Okay, Daniel, gap to car number 4. Head is now 1.5 seconds.
I feel need to reiterate after that attempt at Repsol, this is maybe my first time racing on Barcelona in maybe 3 or 4 months, so I am not gonna be, well, I'm familiar with the racing line, I'm just not gonna be good at executing them as of right now. Although, as of right now, I see P2 and P3 having a very close battle. So I'm hoping that is enough to give me an edge and catch back up and get on podium. As the Mercedes goes way too wide and gets back on track and starts making a few mistakes here by the looks of it. BMW off into the gravel. It looked like the Mercedes may have pushed him into there. I don't know, but he got right back on right before the braking zone, so I don't want to say it messed me up, but it was a bit of a weird move as I managed to get around the Mercedes and be on podium for the time being.
Okay, Daniel, the next car is Ollie.
So at this point, it looked like we were pretty far away from that red Ferrari that was giving me some of the heebie-jeebies, if you will. So now it's a bit of a four-way battle for second because we do have a black McLaren catching up as we go into Repsol. A little bit of a bump from the Mercedes, pushes me a little wide there. We end up not colliding there, but I think we collide here at seat here. No, I end up getting, well, he gives me a little bit of space. I give him space. A little bump there, another bump there. I'm pretty much at a point of saying, hey, bro, please knock it off. I brake a little bit early just to let him by because it seemed like he was willing to trade blows in order to keep a P3. So now it's time to lock into a battle with this McLaren.
Car ahead is car number 4. Okay, Daniel, the leader's just run on 1:46.08.
So far, I kept a P4. I felt like I might have accidentally blocked that McLaren a couple times there. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below. But we are still locked into a battle for second between the four of us. And yes, I did purposefully let him go there because he was coming up a little aggressive and I didn't want to be involved in an accident. But we are locked back into a battle with our best friend, the red Ferrari. So we might be in for a bit of a physical battle.
On your right, clear right.
Blue Mercedes off into the gravel. I'm not sure if it was the black McLaren or the BMW in front of me here. I go for a bit of a lunge there, but a little tap there and get completely spun off the course. I wasn't too thrilled about that. I dropped all the way down to P7. Managed to get the car back on before this orange BMW comes on. I think they were a bit of a beginner at this, so I don't know how they'd be able to handle that situation of me coming back on in front of them. But either way, I always feel like it's better to finish your race no matter what happens. So let's at least just try to catch up and see what we can salvage.
The leader's just run on 1:05.76.
I will say this right now, though. Now that I'm not really battling all that much, I'm starting to shake the cobwebs out. I'm starting to get my racing line back figured out. So I should be able to catch back up to him, hopefully in no time.
The next guy is car number 51. Gap to car number 30. Hines now, 3.8 seconds. The leader's just done on 1:05.42. Okay, Daniel, you've just done on 1:47.78. Gap 2, B6, ahead is now 5.3.
In case you're wondering, yes, right now I am kicking myself for messing up what could have been a 146.5 if I were to guess. It just goes to show one slip up can really mess up your lap time, so that's why it pays to be consistent. Although I do see that even with that mess up, the red Ferrari that I've been having issues with is in my sight, so it at least lets me know that I am in fact catching up, and we still got a little over 10 minutes of the race left. So, might be able to salvage something of this race after all. The BMW made a mistake, so now it is my time to close the gap and prepare for an attack. The Ferrari ended up spinning out, made some sand castles, and maybe cut some grass, so now, as it stands right now, it is just a 1v1 Ford versus BMW. Let's see who can come out on top. So far, my current tactic after hitting that sausage curb is just put as much pressure on the BMW as I can and try to force him into a mistake. Let's see if we can make that happen.
That's halfway. You're looking good on fuel. P5. Okay, Daniel, 10 minutes left.
I put pressure on him. He cut the curb. We are now going in the seat. He's going to go for a bit of a dive bomb. I'm going to go ahead, give him the space he needs. Get a good exit, though. I'm pretty sure he spun the tires just a little bit in order to keep the position. But I won the mind game, so now it is time to try and catch up to P3.
Okay, Daniel, next car ahead is car 4.
After a quick look at my mini-map, it doesn't look like P3 and P2 are very far ahead, so a podium might be potentially reachable in this race. We still got 8 minutes to go, though, so let's see.
Yellow.
As luck would have it, yellow flag, Ferrari off to the side, and that is P3. Now to see if we can keep it.
Okay, Daniel, that's half your tank. Let's do it, P3. Your lap times are real consistent. Keep it up.
With that mistake on Elf missing my braking point, I pretty much gave that blue Ferrari the window to try and catch back up, and he was doing a pretty good job. The thing is, though, he is very prone to making mistakes, I've noticed, in this race. So now I'm almost at a point where it's upping my pace for survival versus trying to get better lap times. Because, let's face it, if you got a driver behind you that is prone to mistakes, there is a good chance you might get collected in one of those mistakes. So, as of right now, for me, it is not worth spending 5 minutes in the pits.
5 minutes left. We're on the podium right now.
After looking at my rearview mirror, it would seem that the blue Ferrari is really chomping at my heels, just trying to force me into a mistake. And right now, I'm so focused on my rear view because I'm not sure where he's going to go, if he's going to dive bomb or what. And honestly, I'm trying to be prepared for any sort of foul play, as well as just trying to give space where I can, as he completely misses his braking point and almost takes me out right then and there. Needless to say, stress is kind of high right now at this point of the race.
Okay, Daniel, gotta hold your position here. They're quicker than us through turn 1.
And with that battle, I end up getting a new personal best at 146.5. I believe my previous best was a 147.1, so it just goes to show that sometimes being locked into a battle can really help your lap times improve. I'm also noticing that blue Ferrari behind me making even more mistakes, so I have to be extra on my toes because he might go for one hell of a lunge and he could take us both out in the process. So, final 2 minutes, let's hope he doesn't do anything stupid.
2 minutes left.
I'm guessing he really messed up a corner because now he is no longer behind me. Or at least not nipping at my heels, I should say. So we still got a minute and a half to go, so we might as well go ahead and see if we can't chase down P2.
Come on, Daniel. Got a track limit warning.
And with this being the final lap, I do want to thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, it is greatly appreciated. Maybe just go ahead and hit that like button. Just pretend I said something corny here to get you to do so. And maybe subscribe if you like ACC content. I do plan on uploading more of these videos as I go. I do have quite a few edited and ready to be uploaded. I just have to find time to get them uploaded, if you know what I mean. Working full-time and all that is a bit rough right now, so With that being said, enjoy the rest of the race, and let's go see if I can't chase down P2.
Okay, Daniel, that's a podium. Great job.